Hello, my good viewers. My name is Kamoya Benjamin, and at the time of this recording, I am in India. I will be with my clients in Hyderabad. We will be talking about leadership and team culture. Correct. Everything good. All right. You're listening to me? Very interesting. At the time of this recording, I'm going to be in India. But today we're having a conversation about how chaos precedes discipline. If this is your first time to tune into this, my name is Kamoya Benjamin and I identify as a peak performance coach. What that means is that I help individuals and teams to create more by deploying themselves at the optimum mindset and skill set required in order to have whatever it is that they desire. And today's conversation is continuing from the series on discipline. How chaos precedes discipline. Those two words together, chaos and discipline. But there's a journey that I want us to talk through, and it's really to understand the role of chaos and confusion in developing discipline. Discipline, as we've understood it up until now in this conversation, defined by my mentor Paul Martin, and I love this well, is discipline is giving yourself a command and then following through. And we've shared the 4 Ds that are prerequisites for developing discipline. And one of them is a desire. You gotta want something, and then you've gotta be moving in the direction of the thing that you want towards that destination and making the decisions that are required through the journey. In that decisioning point, that's where discipline is seen. Discipline is not something you do. Discipline is someone you are, and it's exhibited by what you do, by the choices you make, by the decisions that you take as you are on the journey to creating whatever it is that you want. And so let's say for a minute here that I have been an individual who does not make the right choices that I need to make. Is that okay? Let's use an example of fitness. For fitness, what I desire is to have a certain body weight. I want to have a certain number on the scale. When I stand on the scale, I want it to read, let's say, 70 kilos. Okay? Just as an example. And at the moment, I am 90 kilos. And so in my fitness journey, the experts that I'm working with and the trainers tell me that I need to shift a certain aspect of my nutrition, and I also need to do something about my workout and getting, physical activity in order to develop the kind of results that I want in my fitness. Right there, there is something that is going to happen. There is a confrontation that is going to happen. And the confrontation is, number one, between how I have always done the things that I do, and what is required of me to do. In that decisioning point, at the point of making a decision, I'm going to be forced to think about, okay, I don't like drinking this protein shake or kale and back juice because I know that's what my body needs for the goals that I want, but I like the milkshake with tons of sugar better. I like the Coca-Cola or the fizzy drink much better. In that point of the decision, that is where chaos is experienced. That is where chaos is experienced. And that's what I mean by chaos precedes discipline. But chaos is necessary in this journey if you're going to become disciplined, because there is something that's happening in the brain. There's something that's happening in our mind. And it's important for us to tune into this, because guess what? A majority of people stop or fall off from the journey of the goals and the desires that they want, which is a peak performance journey, deploying yourself at the optimum mindset, because they fail to understand what exactly is happening within me. Why am I sensing the resistance? Look at this path. Your brain, your mind, the neurological pathways appear to me as what you can see on this picture right here. There is a path that from this image you can see has been traveled on for a long time. The car passes here. It does not pass on this other side. It doesn't pass here. It doesn't pass in these sections over here. It passes through this section. And therefore, over time, you can see the path. Even this man where he's passing, through continuous repetition and walking, he has already developed a path. The car also has developed a path. And so there are existing pathways for the habits, for the behavior that does not serve you. There are habits that you've engaged in. You don't struggle to eat sugar. You don't struggle to eat cake. But when the nutritionist says, cut back on your sugar, stop eating those cakes, now it's a challenge. When the dream, the desire tells you, in order for you to have me, these are the things that you need to put in place, and you find that you're struggling, it means that there are existing pathways for what you're currently doing. And for you to disrupt those pathways, chaos is going to have to happen. And what is chaos? Chaos is confusion. Chaos is your brain, telling you, you need to pass through here. This is where you've always passed. This is the decision we've always made. And you're trying to create a new pathway over here. When you're trying to create a new pathway over here, what you're going to experience is confusion. You're going to create resistance from within you. And this is what I'm calling chaos. But that chaos is necessary because what it does is it introduces you to your existing habits. It introduces you to how you've always done the things that you do. It introduces you for the challenge that is ahead in order for you to do what is required. It introduces you to the growth of journey, to the growth of maturity, to the journey of personal growth and development, to increase your capacity to do those things so that at a point in your life, it will be automatic for you to drink the kale juice than for you to take the soda. It will be automatic for you to wake up and run on the treadmill than to stay in bed. It will be automatic for you to take time and read a book and grow and develop yourself than to sit down and complete the series. This tug of war between the things that I want to do and how they don't serve me to create my goals and outcomes is something that's going to be a thing of the past. And so the chaos is necessary in the path of growth and development. Let's go on this journey here and look at, this is a path, okay, that leads to a destination called success, whatever outcome success means for you in your growth and fitness. I don't like that success. I'm going to write another. All right. That's the pathway to get there. And this one is missing out. I'm not going to call it failure. I'm going to call it missing out. Okay. So over there you get it. Over here you miss out. But for a moment, here's what I want us to presume. Okay. I'm going to do something to cover up everything that is on this side. Go with me here for a moment. Okay. So there we go. We just cover that for a moment. Is that okay? So if you look at your fitness, your finances, let's just take these two examples, okay? You are not where you are supposed to be, okay? And so there are behavior, choices that lead you down this path. And these ones have already been developed by your mind. Is that okay? So this decision always brings you down this path. When you have money, you go to the shop, you buy cake, you buy ice cream, you sit down, you watch Netflix, you binge on that, you don't sleep enough, you come back and watch, you eat more sugar, you sit down, and that impacts your health. So this is a path that is already in place. You don't have to struggle. You are disciplined about this indiscipline. Boom. Boom. And so through the awareness of what could be the possibilities, the outcome, your potential, timing, and a desire for change, you begin to say, hey, guess what? I want to do different. Okay, welcome to the party. You want to do different? That will take you to that destination over there? Okay, let's create new habits now. We're going to create this over here. We're going to recreate this right now. Create new habits. Take a screenshot. I love this stuff, man. Yeah, paste that there. So we've got a new consequence right here and path of events. All right, good. But we're gonna just layer them slightly over there. And so these are new patterns of 1, thought, and 2, behavior. All right, and so there are now pathways that are being developed that instead of going down this road, all right, you're making choices, you're disciplined so that you go up that road. Does that make sense? Yeah. And right here at this point is where you experience confusion because your system is already used to this path. Your neurological pathways, your brain is already used to this path. Automatic processes that already go to this path. And now you're having to learn and unlearn how to create the outcome that you want. And that requires new pathways to be developed, new pathways to be developed, new pathways to be developed. What it actually looks like in reality is this. If this circle represents your mind, okay? If this circle represents your mind, and this is your body, okay? This is your body, those are your legs, and these are the actions that you take that create your results. Is that okay? So this is the downward trend. Okay, let's put the results here, and the action that's not so good in red. This is the same arrow that goes down here. All right, and so this is what it looks like. And so this is who you are. This is who you are. Okay, you've got what we call some X conditioning and way of thinking that creates the behavior, all right, that gives you the results that you don't want. So you're almost like trapped in that place. But then you continue to come for these sessions, and guess what? The same you, I'm going to put another one here, the same you right there, okay, begins to develop an idea of, oh, you know what? I could do that. And so now you have a new idea that's coming into what we're calling your X conditioning, your beliefs and values and all that. Now you've got a new idea that has come into your conscious awareness through the senses. It has come into your conscious awareness. You heard Kamoye speaking, talked about a lunch and learned something, and now you've got some new idea that's called a why idea. A new idea. Oh, I could do that. I could drink that milkshake. I could make more calls. I could double my income. And this idea is trying to fight for life inside a territory of X conditioning. This is not what we do. This is not who we are. This is not how we do things. We don't wake up early. We don't drink milkshake. We don't. And so you're trying to impress that idea in the Y conditioning. Guess what happens? This idea is going to be fought. Because your brain naturally knows that, hey, guess what? I need to protect Benjamin by making sure that such ideas are extinguished upon sight. The idea will be fought. And that's where you experience confusion. That's where you experience doubt. That's where you experience confusion. That's where you experience resistance. This is what I'm calling chaos. And that chaos comes before what? It comes before your discipline. Now you're coming from here where you're not getting the results you want. Boom. Now you're here and you're trying to do something different. Okay? You're trying to do something different and you're getting some result, but there's a lot of confusion. I'm going to put red and white inside there. It's mixed up. And that's where you're like, I don't even know when I'm good at this stuff. I don't even think, and you start the negative self-talk. And this is where most people, as I said, they jump off. They're like, you know what? This thing is not meant for me. I don't think I'm able to do this. I'm not getting any results. They've not yet gotten to the place where they have become disciplined. And that's why I say discipline is not something you do. Discipline is who you are. Because if you stay in this path, guess what? If you stay in this path long enough through consistency, okay? Through consistency, the X conditioning and way of thinking and beliefs and assumptions, and you continue to impress this Y idea, you begin to shift and colonize this X conditioning. You start to become the person who does what is required and therefore has the result that you want. And discipline gets us to the point where I'm going to just draw on this yellow space, where now we have stayed in that space long enough and we've developed ourselves. We've taken the Y conditioning that came into our awareness and we've converted all the X conditioning into Y beliefs. This is who I am. This is why I do what I do. I have now developed the conditioning and I do automatically. And I have the result automatically. But guess what? Chaos over here, chaos is what preceded discipline. Chaos is what preceded becoming. So if you can stay in this space, if you can stay in this space and continue to impress that idea, yes, I know I didn't get it right. Yes, I know it didn't show up. Continue to impress that idea. You will become the disciplined person. You will become that person. You will master that self. You will overpower the beliefs that don't serve what you want to create. And that is peak performance right there. It's not because you showed up on Monday and you lifted up the weight 50 times, 50 repetitions for 4 sets. No, it's because you showed up. You said, I'll go even when I don't feel like. And you lay down on that bench and you tried to lift the weight and you struggled. Guess what? You showed up. That's what counts. You had a soda and a kale juice to choose, spinach juice to choose, and you were like, you know what? I don't feel like drinking it, but I'm just going to take it and gargle it and just down it. Guess what? You vomited all of it. You're becoming, everything within you is resisting. The chaos precedes the discipline. The chaos precedes the discipline. Look at some of the things that are happening through consistency and repetition. The chaos leads to discipline. Through reinforcement and reward, a new path is being developed. Now you're no longer passing this path that takes you down. You're overcoming the resistance as you stay in the chaos. You're adapting and becoming efficient as you stay. You're creating new habits as you stay. As you're pushing through, your brain is rewiring itself and learning new patterns. You're becoming conscious and aware. You're mindful and attentive. And this is the path that eventually moves us from the results that we don't want to the results that we want to create. But guess what? You're going to have to persevere through the chaos. Because the chaos precedes the discipline. And at this point, you become. And you reproduce effortlessly. Like these paths are just sweet, 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 sweet. And you struggle to do what you used to do a long time ago. The sodas and the pizzas and the stuff that made you fat. The decisions that you made that got you into the financial situation that you're in. You've mastered them. You've conquered them. And that's how chaos precedes discipline. I don't know where you are in your journey, but I'd love to connect with you and hear what are you struggling with and what is the mindset that's required in order for you to navigate that invisible boundary, to reach the results that you know are possible, to develop the discipline that you know you can develop. I don't know where you are in your journey, but I'm inviting you to send me an email welcome@kamoye.com. Have a look at that. Send me an email. welcome@kamoye.com. It's my email address. Send me an email. But for those of you who are watching, please type into the chat what's one idea that you took away that has impacted you the most today, something that creates forward motion in the direction of your dreams and the desires that you have for your life. I'd love to hear from you. Comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for those of you watching on YouTube. I am grateful to all of you for coming in and watching the video and the comments that you leave in the video. Thank you so much. Until the next time, Peak Performance Secrets comes to an end now. Mimi in India. I'll see you in the next video. Be well. Bye for now.